Star Alex Ayala takes center stage at the BNP Paribas Tennis Paradise in Indian Wells, and of course, Filipino fans turn out in full force to cheer her on.
Of course, I'm very grateful for all the support that's been coming my way, and it's really heartwarming to see that they really they make the effort and they take the time to come out and to support, and it makes the experience for the player totally.
In a truly unprecedented turn of events, Alex Ayala has shattered records and stunned the sporting world during her debut match at Indian Wells 2026. The public hunger for tickets was so intense that prices surged to levels that were previously thought to be impossible. The final tally resulted in a staggering $5 million in ticket sales generated from just one single match. This is far more than just a personal milestone for the young Filipino sensation. It represents a historic turning point in the long legacy of the Indian Wells tournament. Ayala's high-stakes match against Ayana Yastremska has established a brand new benchmark for the sport, with ticket valuations reaching heights never before seen for an individual game. Legions of fans rushed to the official ticketing website all at once. The overwhelming demand to witness her grand debut actually crashed the entire system. The excitement surrounding her rapid rise to stardom has been building for months. However, the events that unfolded at Indian Wells have genuinely taken the entire world by storm. From the very second her match was officially announced, the electricity among tennis enthusiasts was undeniable. When the tickets finally went on sale, it became clear that this was no ordinary opening round. This was the specific event that the entire world had been waiting for. Despite being only the first round, prices soared as international fans scrambled to secure a seat for what was becoming the greatest spectacle in tournament history. The iconic grounds of Indian Wells. Known as one of the most elite tennis events on the planet, the tournament was fundamentally transformed that day. It is extremely rare for a single match to generate $5 million in revenue. But given her incredible magnetic pull, it was not just the Filipino community that showed up in droves. It seemed as though the entire world had converged on the venue. People from every corner of the globe arrived with the singular mission of watching Ayala play at any cost. The stadium atmosphere was absolutely electric. The energy was infectious, and the level of anticipation was completely off the charts. It was not only the fans who were caught off guard by this massive cultural phenomenon. Even the tournament organizers were stunned by the massive demand as they scrambled to accommodate the enormous crowds gathered at the venue. This was certainly not a one-time occurrence. Instead, it marked the beginning of what industry analysts are now calling the Ayala effect. This is a phenomenon that has completely revolutionized the world of professional tennis. From ticket sales to digital engagement, her star power is undeniable and the impact is obvious. The statistics do not lie. After generating a record-breaking $5 million in revenue for just one match, Alex Ayala's debut performance at Indian Wells is a story that will be celebrated for many years to come. This story is about much more than just financial success. It represents a significant shift currently taking place within the world of women's professional tennis. Ayala is rapidly becoming an unstoppable force to be reckoned with. Her global popularity has already far exceeded all original expectations. The entire tennis industry has been put on notice. She is clearly here to stay, and her rise to fame is built on consistent results rather than just media hype. The proof is clearly visible in the data. Fans are traveling across the globe to see her compete, and it is no surprise that Indian Wells was captivated by her presence. From the Australian Open to Miami and Dubai, and now arriving at Indian Wells, Ayala has consistently attracted the largest audiences in professional tennis history. And what is even more impressive about her current trajectory is the way she transforms every venue she enters. Her presence on the court is doing more than just generating conversation. It is igniting a powerful global movement. Individuals who never previously considered attending a tennis match now find themselves rushing to purchase tickets the moment they hear her name. Jessica Pegula, a top-tier competitor on the Women's Tennis Association Tour, recently shared her first-hand experience facing Ayala during the Miami Open. Her words served as a powerful testament to the high-voltage atmosphere that has become synonymous with Ayala. Pegula entered that match anticipating a standard tournament environment, but she was met with something truly extraordinary. The sheer scale and passion of the crowd exceeded anything she had ever encountered in her professional career. The raw energy pulsating through the stadium was unmistakable, and the intensity of the fans' devotion to Ayala was a sight to behold. Pegula characterized the experience as completely insane, noting that regardless of where Ayala competes, the level of spectator support remains unmatched. Whether she is playing at the Australian Open, the Miami Open, or the Dubai Tennis Championships, the story remains the same. Fans arrive in massive waves to witness Ayala's performances in person.
Week after week, as she, has done well and established herself as a really good player on tour, they all come out to support her. And so I think we saw that in Australia when it was kind of overcrowded. They put her on a too small of a court. We saw it here. You can hear it from the hotel. You can hear the crowd roaring, especially at night. So it's incredible.
The situation is truly incredible. Ayala's unique ability to attract such enormous crowds serves as a testament to the profound emotional connection she shares with her supporters. Her fame is expanding by the day, making it abundantly clear that she has evolved into a phenomenon unlike anything the sport has ever seen before. Devoted fans are willing to go to extreme lengths just to catch a glimpse of her play, often enduring incredibly long lines for hours on end. They spend countless hours attempting to secure tickets and frequently wait outside the stadium just to soak in the secondary energy radiating from the crowd inside. That level of pure devotion is extremely rare, and it speaks volumes regarding the massive impact Ayala is currently making on the world of tennis. Furthermore, it is not only the fans who have taken notice. Even the most legendary figures in tennis have acknowledged Ayala's meteoric rise. Novak Djokovic, widely considered one of the greatest athletes in the history of the sport, recently shared his public support for Ayala, officially naming her the greatest tennis player that the Philippines has ever produced. The words of Djokovic carry immense significance, and when he speaks, the entire global tennis community stops to listen. His high praise for Ayala's natural talent and her immense drawing power further solidifies her position as one of the most thrilling and marketable players on the tour today. When discussing Alex Ayala, it is clear that she has become the primary topic of conversation within the industry. This widespread discussion is completely understandable, especially when considering players who represent their home countries as proudly as she represents the Philippines. Her emergence is a massive development for the sport. She has officially become the most significant tennis figure her nation has ever seen. As a representative from such a large and passionate country, the level of public interest in her career is absolutely staggering. Earlier this year at the Australian Open, legions of fans gathered outside the stadium in the hopes of catching even a brief glimpse of Ayala's match. The lines were seemingly endless, and many supporters never actually made it through the gates. However, that did not discourage them. Those without tickets remained outside just to bask in the vibrant energy of the crowd. They were content simply soaking in the electric atmosphere and cherishing the rare experience of being close to something truly special. That is the specific brand of magnetic power that Ayala exerts over her dedicated fanbase. As the events of the 2026 Indian Wells tournament continue to unfold, it is evident that her popularity is only in its initial stages of growth. The staggering $5 million in ticket sales from her very first match is merely a small preview of the impact yet to come. With the conclusion of every tournament, Ayala solidifies her status as more than just an elite athlete. She is becoming a global icon whose influence transcends the sport. The wave of support she has cultivated is truly without equal, and the entire tennis establishment must now acknowledge her massive cultural impact. The surging ticket valuations and that unprecedented $5 million revenue figure from her Indian Wells debut clearly demonstrate the immense authority she holds. Her public appeal is completely unparalleled, and the overwhelming demand to see her compete will only intensify from here. Ayala is far more than just a promising newcomer. She has become a true force of nature within the landscape of women's professional tennis. As the global sporting community watches her in absolute awe, one fact remains certain. Alex Ayala is a permanent fixture in the game. Her profound influence on the sport is undeniable, and the record-breaking milestones she continues to achieve are just the start of a legendary career. The global verdict is in, and it is overwhelmingly clear that Ayala represents the future of professional tennis. What are your thoughts on Alex Ayala's meteoric rise to global stardom? Have you ever witnessed another player generate this level of excitement and demand? How do you feel about the exceptionally high ticket prices for her matches? Is it worth the cost to witness such a historic moment in sports history? Are you taken aback by the sheer level of support she has received, not just from the Philippines but from tennis fans across the entire world? Given her unique ability to attract such massive and passionate crowds, do you believe Ayala is destined to be the face of women's tennis for years to come? Or do you see other competitors eventually reclaiming the spotlight? What is your perspective on the Ayala effect and the way it is fundamentally changing the sport of tennis? We are very interested in hearing your thoughts.